The disruption of ion channels or electrical activity in neurons can have profound effects on the nervous system and overall brain function, which may result in dizziness, confusion, and other neurological symptoms. This happens because neurons rely on the precise movement of ions, such as sodium, potassium, calcium, and chloride, through specialized channels in their membranes to generate and propagate electrical signals, which are critical for all brain activities, including cognition, perception, and motor control. Here's how such disruptions can lead to neurological symptoms. 1. Disruption of neuronal communication. Electrical imbalance. Neurons communicate via electrical impulses that depend on a delicate balance of ions across the membrane. If ion channels are disrupted by toxins, drugs, or pathological conditions, it can cause neurons to fire too much, hyperactivity, or too little, hypoactivity, leading to symptoms like confusion, dizziness, or seizures. Synaptic failure. Disrupted ion flow can also impair synaptic transmission, the process by which neurons send signals to each other, leading to cognitive decline, disorientation, and memory problems. Chapter 2. Disrupted sensory processing. Vestibular system. Dizziness can be a result of disrupted ion channels in neurons of the vestibular system, which controls balance. If the brain can't properly process signals from this system, it can create sensations of spinning or instability. Sensory disintegration. Confusion can arise if the brain is unable to integrate sensory inputs from sight, sound, and touch due to faulty electrical activity. This can result in a disconnection from reality and altered perception. 3. Cognitive decline. Memory and attention. Neurons in areas of the brain involved in higher-order processing, such as the hippocampus, memory, and prefrontal cortex, decision-making, attention, are especially sensitive to electrical disruptions. Impaired signaling here can lead to confusion, poor judgment, and a breakdown of cognitive functions. Neuroplasticity. Chronic disruption of ion channels can impair neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to adapt and reorganize itself, which is essential for learning and memory. This could result in long-term cognitive deficits. Altered behavior and survival instincts. Emotional dysregulation. Disruptions in brain regions like the amygdala and prefrontal cortex could result in emotional instability, leading to erratic or aggressive behavior. Impulsivity and risk-taking. If areas of the brain involved in risk assessment and impulse control are compromised, a person may engage in reckless behavior, ignore danger, or make irrational decisions that could be harmful to their survival. Disconnection from reality. Significant disruptions in neuronal function could lead to dissociative states or altered perceptions of self and reality, possibly making the person more suggestible to external influences or dangerous situations. 5. Covert manipulation in the name of spiritualism. If such disruptions are induced covertly in the name of spiritualism or expanding consciousness, the effects could be wide-ranging and dangerous. Loss of critical thinking. Manipulating someone's cognitive abilities could reduce their capacity for skepticism, making them more susceptible to manipulation or control. Psychosis or hallucinations. Disruptions of electrical activity in regions involved in sensory processing could lead to hallucinations or altered states of consciousness that might be interpreted as spiritual experiences. Suppression of survival instincts. Impairing areas of the brain responsible for fear, threat detection, and survival instincts could render someone more vulnerable to harm, either by decreasing their ability to recognize danger or by altering their sense of fear. 6. Long-term neurological damage. Chronic exposure. Prolonged disruption of ion channels can lead to lasting damage to neurons, potentially causing neurodegenerative conditions, e.g., Alzheimer's or Parkinson's disease. This would further impair cognition and behavior over time. Seizures and neurological disorders. Repeated disturbances in electrical activity could trigger seizures or other neurological disorders, which can be life-threatening if not properly managed. Implications of covert manipulation. If this manipulation were done covertly, especially under the guise of spiritual expansion, it would be particularly concerning. Individuals may be led to believe that they are experiencing profound spiritual insights when, in fact, they are undergoing neurological disruption. This could result in loss of autonomy. The individual may lose control over their thoughts, behaviors, and actions, becoming more vulnerable to exploitation. Physical risk. A compromised sense of reality and survival instinct could lead to dangerous actions or a lack of self-preservation, risking physical harm or even death. In essence, covertly inducing such disruptions under the guise of expanding consciousness could lead to significant harm to the individual's cognitive function, personal behavior, and survival instincts. It could blur the lines between reality and illusion, creating a dangerous environment where individuals are more susceptible to control, manipulation, and physical risk.